Nice hat.
Hey, a hat.
Hats off! Get the hats! Get the hats!
Hats. You'll need hats.
All right, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club. I'm Eric, joined as always by my incredibly handsome co-hosts, Micah and Brian, and a very special guest this week. Give it up for Zach, guys. Wow.
Welcome.
Guys.
Wow, what a warm intro. I didn't expect that, and I'm just thrilled.
Shucks, you got me blushing.
He's switching it up for the guests like this. He just starts being a dick.
I know. No, guys. I mean, we're in the presence of a vet at this point, guys. Zach, if you didn't know, is a host of the best college sports pod in the game. Zach, jump in if I'm butchering it all. This is the host of Bleav in Northwestern. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, talking all things Northwestern sports, Northwestern lacrosse in the Final Four this weekend. We're turns out for that.
Exciting.
I love podcasting. Never get the chance really to talk about movies though. So when Eric hit me up and he was just like, yeah, like come on and talk about this less than $1 million budgeted horror movie that I watched at 2 p.m, I was like, this is my bag right here. This is my bag.
I love it.
That's perfect.
I love it. Well, we're really happy to have you here, Zach. Guys, go check out his pod. It's all available. I'm looking on like Apple, Spotify, where else, Zach?
Yeah, wherever you get your podcast, really. I don't listen. I don't know anybody that listens to stuff outside of Apple and Spotify. I guess on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube. Don't go on there. But don't look. Amazon, Google, like what's going on with their podcast game? Anything interesting?
I don't know. We plug it, but yeah.
My coworker might use Pandora. Since I don't know if that's.
I didn't know it was still around. To be fair, I mean that's pretty impressive.
He's a real cheapsteak. I don't know. He's
well, there you go. Well, check out Zach's pod on those platforms. Also ours, if you haven't already, go check it out. And then we're also on YouTube. Mike is doing a great job every week getting us up there on Tuesdays. So check us out. We're doing Euphoria each week. We got another episode lined up today. And then Brian doing a great job with our short form content as well. Go check out our social media at Well-Hatted Cinema Club on TikTok, Instagram. But this week, as Zach has already teed up, we're talking about an absolute banger, something I watched last night. I'm really excited to talk about it with my friends today. It's Curry Barker's Obsession. Curry Barker, he's a pretty young guy. I think he's like 25, 26. Wrote, directed, edited this movie, his whole passion project. It's his first full feature-length film getting put out. Under $1 million. A new horror jaunt put out. Little synopsis for you guys. It stars Michael Johnston as Bear, who's a pretty shy, insecure guy who is smitten for his friend Nikki, played by Indy Navarrete. Had to look that. I think I got that right.
Get the pronunciation
Navarrete. I think I
think you got it.
Navarrete. And he's in love with her. He's not sure if it's reciprocated, and he goes ahead and he finds a one wish willow, which is essentially a monkey's paw, I think is the right terminology. And it grants him one wish, and he wishes for Nikki to fall in love with him. Or sorry, the phrasing is, I wish Nikki loved me more than anyone else on the fucking planet. Excuse my French. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited to talk with you about this.
Yeah, you got this. You got this movie. You got it eventually.
I was freaking out last night. David and I watched it. I got home, got a little scared. I thought Riley slept over. I was like telling her about a specific scene in the movie we'll get to. But yeah, Zach, I'll kick it over to you first, man. You were texting me about this last week, and then that's why I invited you on the pod. But yeah, what were your thoughts having watched it earlier this week?
Yeah, man, I think I texted you when I got out, and I was like, dude, I'm sweating. Like I'm literally like uncomfortable, and I was so uncomfortable the whole time in the theater. And I just thought it was so interesting. Like I have a very strange work schedule, so like I genuinely do see these movies oftentimes 11 a.m., like 1 p.m. And I'm like, what's the crowd like gonna be like? And I walked in, and it's like this weird hodgepodge of like couples, and then like some teenage girls who like must have just gotten out of school. And then like I'm like strolling in as like the solo dude, and I was like, people are like, what's he doing here? But like I thought the whole theater, probably like 10, 15 people, like everybody loved it, and like was like rollicking the whole time, and I was just like, I was just like terrified for the whole sequence of the movie. I mean, we'll talk about it, but Indy Navarrette's performance is like
all time right there.
One of the best horror performances that I've seen in the last decade. And I don't think like that's recency bias. I think that's like kind of a general sentiment out there, because she's horrifying, and like you get to see kind of this turn and character that she gets to play, but it's like not fully supernatural. Like it's very rooted in like a real kind of horror, like based on an experience that I'm probably pretty sure all four of us have had, where we're like, what would be really cool is like if that girl was also really into me. Like, and that just kind of being that being the conceit, and then like all of the things that go wrong off of that. It's a great concept. It's really like really tight, and has one of the greatest performances I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
This one was, I mean, first of all, let's just say, like you had said earlier, that this movie's crushing it right now. I think it's crossed 32 million at the box office right now as we speak, which is insane for $1 million budget. I contributed. I saw it twice. I went opening night, and then at 10 p.m., which was very spooky, and then I went again with some friends on Sunday. I love this movie. I think it is one of my favorites of the year. I think it will go down as one of the better ones of the year in terms of horror. I think, and everyone I've seen it with has said that same consensus about this being not only just one of the better horror movies in a long time, but one of the scariest ones they've seen. Frightening, and with the whole idea, I mean, you have this whole twisted concept. This dude Bear is an absolute fucking villain. Just that, like this poor girl basically losing her autonomy because this dude couldn't sack up and just say how he felt. And oh my God, it's so twisted. It had my skin crawling. I was sweating. I was jumping. I was laughing at times because of just how I'm like, holy fuck, this is insane. Wow, what a movie. Can't wait to see it again. And I mean, I'm so happy how much, like, I haven't seen a horror movie like this get this kind of general like praise. Because usually even the ones that are good, like, like something like Hereditary comes out, there's like the people, the sticklers, people go, it wasn't that scary. This one is so unique and I think fresh that, like, even if people aren't like terrified by it, they're like, that was crazy, and they want to go see it. And I mean, go look at any metric, reviews, box office. This thing is killing it. It's kind of an unstoppable force. Michael, what'd you think? I'll pass it over to you.
Right, I get to be the bad guy.
Yeah, okay.
I did like it. I agree, but I would I liked it a lot. I think honestly, my first impression was that I like the concept. It's like simple, but also terrifying. And like I found, pretty much everyone except I think her name's Sarah in the movie, R.I.P. Sarah.
Yeah.
They're all kind of like well, maybe also like, Nikki's a victim, but the other two guys, I just had like reasons not to like them right off the jump.
Guys suck in this movie.
They
both are bad guys.
But I thought like they both did it well. I know this guy, the director writer guy from TikTok, where he does like cringe comedy.
Yeah.
And I thought that like really carried over well, because they were like, I was, the seats in our local theater reclined, so I'm all the way back, hands over my face, and they're just talking. Like when the movie starts with him pouring his heart out, and then you find out it's to the waitress. I was like,
Yeah.
This is so tough. And there's so many of those scenes. And I thought this was a great start. And I don't know what it is about these like comedians that they just manage to manage, but like it translates so well to horror. But I liked it a lot. This Indy, her name's Indy. Yeah, she's something special. I mean, it's like a big like media role, so she kind of gets to like go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
So I thought it was good.
Yeah,
but I would.
Yeah, here you go.
I'm not on the.
No, you can put a damper on like the hype. I mean, that's fine. I don't think that. Obviously, I'm really high on it, so I'm coming like, woo, but like I feel like you said, Michael, you can walk out of it being like, all right, let's all calm the fuck down. but
No,
you're
it's
also
good,
saying it's
and
very good. You know what I
to
mean?
be made so cheaply, and I mean, maybe like the phone screens are like, some VFX, like the title card VFX, maybe a little bit. There's some
Yeah.
like frame rate stuff when she's like glitching a little bit. It's like you could just see that like it didn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that
It's
was
a bit
great.
dumb. It's a win for young filmmakers because it's like, wow, look what they did with
And
I mean, you
cheap
get the-
movies.
cheap
Very
movies.
cheap.
You
Yeah,
make 1,000 of these for half a Doomsday.
Oh my.
But
That's
it's
a
just
good
like
point.
all of the studios should be doing this though. Like just be like, hey, yeah, like this guy makes like and Cooper Tomlinson, the guy who plays his friend in the movie, is like the other part of his like YouTube TikTok
Yeah.
like comedy duo. And it's just like, yeah, like why not just hand these guys that are making like these 5-minute videos on social like the keys if they have this like
Yeah.
really good concept and like they've shown that like they have skills and stuff, because like I don't think anybody really knew that Curry Barker was like a horror guy, but it's like, yeah, hey man, you want $750,000 and like to go make this movie, we're gonna make back
So,
50
Zach-
million bucks, and like that's an
Yeah.
incredible pull.
Zach, it's funny you say that because that used to be Blumhouse's business model for a
Yeah.
long time. They were like they give like these $1 million-ish budget movies, these young directors. Problem was it worked so well that they started being like making franchising. They were like the things that worked, they started franchise tagging, and they kind of strayed away from the formula. And now they've had some successes back-to-back years, like where you have ones like this, and I know they have some other ones from before that were pretty good. Did they do Weapons as well? I can't remember if that was them or Neon.
I
Anyway,
want to say
my point.
neither. That was Warner Brothers.
Oh, was
Yeah.
okay. They have a dub every now and then, but it is funny. That used to be their whole shtick, was the $1 million to young filmmakers, and then they're like, "Look at how much money The Conjuring made."
Five
Holy
Nights at
fuck.
Freddy's.
Yeah, Five
Nights
Nights at
at
Freddy's.
Freddy's too.
Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's, yeah,
Which
that's
are
the thing.
still made money, but
Yeah.
no, you do bring
Okay,
up a good point, Micah, with like the comedians to horror like pipeline, which really like I can't really speak to horror classics in the past, the comedic crisscross there.
Yeah.
But like obviously since we've seen Jordan Peele into the scene, there's been a new wave, and now you're seeing like Zach Kreger. Now you're seeing a guy like Curry Barker, who has been talking to Kreger a lot, it seems like, apparently, and they follow almost like identical, not identical, but very similar career paths in terms of like sketch comedy, being present online, and then making this transition and being very seamless. I mean, very similar also with Barbarian to this movie.
Yeah.
Tiny budgets that just like, you could make $1 million of these movies, and they're like flyers in fantasy football, right? Like why not take a late round pick on one of these movies and just watch it blow up? And you're seeing it really pay off. Like obviously I think watching some interviews with this girl Indy talking about, she's like, yeah, like it's kind of like a safety blanket knowing that this was an indie project and there was no money on it, so they didn't think anyone would see it. So she kind of just got to go crazy, be as cringy as she want. And like Brian, to your point about this movie being scary, a lot of times it was so scary, it was just hard to watch.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the party scene,
Oh,
that made my skin crawl. Dude.
you mean the incestuous Hansel and Gretel story?
Yeah.
That didn't do it for you, and then like just to do that, like into the line of the guy who's just like what kind of spell did you put on her, and then like the laugh that she gives there,
Well, the
and then
funniest part, the guy going like, someone want a Jello shot, and the guy's like, I'll take one. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Reggie. Like, can we just get the fuck out of here?
And those are the little comedic time, like that comedic bits that Curry Barker has. Like anything also in like the Crystal Shop, hilarious. Like both of the cashiers at the Crystal Shop are like not in the movie. Like they're just like working their jobs that happen to be in that movie, and they're just comedians. Like through and through. Like I was dying whenever
Dude, I'm fucking with you. They're over here, bro.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like, oh my
it was really funny too. Like I feel like my experience watching it, like I did think there were those parts that were funny, and like I like cackled out loud like at the Jello shots line. But like the other people in my movie were like really laughing at some of like her more absurd moments, or like some of the like more like, I guess, kind of like ridiculous like conceits, like when it happens, like when she charges the car window and smashes it with her head, and like because people were just like, it's so absurd, and I was like, when like I kept like watching those moments and these people like cackling in my theater, I was like, no, like This movie also, like, I just need to emphasize, is so deeply sinister. Like,
Tragic,
is so deeply like fucked up, and like the scene, like, and I don't know like how much we want to like go into individual plot and like
go into whatever you want to go into, Zach. Go crazy.
But like there's all of these moments like throughout where you're like, oh, like she's kind of like jealous girlfriend, like kind of like playing on those tropes, and then like the moment when she's like lying in the bed and he is like he has gotten like to this point where he's like been admonishing her for like how she's acting out in all of these like more than normal absurd jealous girlfriend ways, and she's in the bed and he's about to sneak away to go see like another woman, which also I thought was just like a great concept of like, oh my girlfriend is so crazy jealous, like, and now I'm going to like try and turn to find solace like in another woman. I thought it was just like a great idea. And he's like about to leave the room, and you hear her call out and you're like, oh fuck, like what's about to happen? And then it's actually the real Nikki like trying to poke through, begging him to kill her. And then he's like, is it really that bad? Like, what's so bad about being with me? And she's like, I've never been with you. And that made me think of like the montage of them having sex, all of the moments throughout where I was like, holy shit, like that line right there is like, there's no excuse like for what this character has allowed to let happen, even if it like was originally built on like I didn't understand this thing and what would happen coming out.
It becomes increasingly clear that he knows what the implication of this wish, but he doesn't want to undo it. He doesn't
want to take responsibility either. He
Oh,
immediately goes into the car with Sarah and leans on that lie that they've already proven is not real. Like dad has cancer, is dying lie, like, which is insane. Like he's and the whole time in that car ride, and Brian, I'll kick it back to you, is I was just staring at that window behind Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, you knew it was coming. And I finally let my guard down because they start playing that like nice music and they're having like a little moment. It's like, I was on your left. And then she comes flying in.
One of my favorite things about the movie was like those times where it would let up and that score, like that particular music would play and you'd be like, oh, here's this nice happy moment. Like when they're in the music shop, when him and Sarah, who once again actually have the real chemistry, and that's apparent from like the first scene in the bar at trivia night. When they are sitting in the music store and she doesn't get into like her latest school application venture, and like she puts her head on his shoulder, and they're like, oh man, this is like a really nice tender moment. Boom, he's eating his own cat. Like it's it flips so fast, and like even like the moment, even like you're kind of still trying to wrap your head around it, when him and Nikki like kind of start like kissing for the first time, like after they go back to his place, then that's like it flip, like you're getting that score, it's like that's building, you're like, oh nice, and then all of a sudden Nikki is screaming because she thinks she's like seen a figure or something, and then snaps back into craziness. But sorry, I'm stepping all over.
No,
keep going.
Yeah, Micah, go ahead, please.
She seems like she's almost like trapped in like an upside down, like from like a get out
place, kind of get out,
body possession kind of thing. But like, he's just such a coward. Even in like from the very beginning, he's just like such a coward.
Yeah,
and then like she confronts him, she's like, hey, like, do you like me? Like, tell me right now. And he just says like, no. I was like, that's
folds.
And he just decides, instead of talking to this girl that he apparently loves so much, he's like, I'm gonna make a wish.
Yeah,
like that shouldn't work, but it does.
There was a scene that there was a scene that kind of combines what you were saying, Mike, about him being a coward, and Zach, what you were talking about with the comedic lull and then flipping the switch, was when he calls the number on the back of the willow. So the guy's it's kind of funny at first because the guy's so like, what's up, man? Like, it seems really funny. And then it's testing him about his intentions. They go, do you want to reverse the wish? And he starts babbling about like, no, like, what's this and that? And then it's kind of funny, it's getting kind of silly. And then he just flips it and goes like, we were trying to see your intentions. He goes, do you want to talk to her? And he's like, what? And he's like, do you want to talk to Nikki? And then it's just the most blood-curdling screams coming out of the end of that phone. And like you said, that one really like made my skin crawl because it was like, it flipped me out of this like kind of silly moment where he's being like, he's getting frustrated with the customer service over at One Wish Willow. And then the guy basically goes like just, realize like you chose it for it. Does that make it real? He's like, you don't want to reverse this wish. And then he's like, you want to talk? Oh, crazy, great scene. But yeah, another one of those moments where one shows his cowardice and two, that it tripped me out because I was like laughing along with that scene. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you want to talk to her tortured soul that we got on standby over here? Holy fuck. Crazy.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude. Way too many things involving cats in this movie.
Yeah,
also.
the cat thing is brutal, and it's also like because the cat dies at the beginning from getting into the pills, and then like the pills are coming back later, which I also have like real thoughts on kind of how that ending went.
Okay,
but we'll get there. We'll get there. But then and then like she also then like kind of builds the memorial to the cat like the next morning, and we kind of just like skip over that. Like that was like kind of happening silently, and I was like, and he just then like was like, okay, cool, like I'm going to work. Like I was like, that felt like that needed a little bit more of an explanation for
He was
him.
like, babe, that's weird.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be because I've seen it twice now, and obviously I've kind of been trying to figure out what was the deal with mainly like the cat, the feeding stuff, and I think it was mainly because people are saying, and again, it's open to theory, and I'm sure maybe Curry Barker will come out and like, say what it is. The entity is like trying to figure and like mirror like what his devotions, what his affections are. So with the cat, that's like a sense of jealousy almost with him, and you know what I mean? It's mirroring at the beginning when it's confused, like my cat just died, and she's like, your cat. It's just learning constantly, and it can like tell, I think, about like his care that it had for this cat. That's why it did the memorial, and then it like I don't really know why it fed it to him. I don't want to speculate because I don't know for sure. Maybe a third watch would clear that up, but like there's layers to unwrap with this movie, which I like about it. Yeah,
I like, Brian, what you said about like trying to learn him, because right in like the honeymoon part of their relationship, right? He goes first to like a fake chat GPT, and he's like, is the willow branch real? And it's like giving him all this stuff, or like signs of drug use, all this stuff, because he's trying to figure out what's going on. And then in the montage, they're like sitting together and they're looking at like an AI picture of each other. And I wonder if it's like almost like a commentary on like,
I could see that,
like an AI girlfriend almost. Like
learning
it's not
like
real.
language,
It's not what you want. It's trying to learn you, and it's like giving you what you think you want.
and
but,
it's close but not quite there. It's like
close and not quite there. And like
it
she's
glitches
a writer.
also.
It glitches.
Glitches.
You see what happens when Sarah starts getting more and more in the picture. Obviously, by the end with the like it's literally being like, "Oh, that's what you want." Like I can be.
It ruins your real relationships. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely had to, because they did. Like I saw someone being like, the AI thing does come back a few times. And I think that is a big part of it. About like it's almost this like feedback loop of what he puts into Nikki, fake Nikki, and what's getting delivered back to him, and then it just keeps getting warped and warped. The movements were crazy too. I don't know if she actually did that physically or that was like edit. Whatever she did, that was great.
The backwards walk in the room, like when she does that, when she's in the corner, and one of the things, like I feel like we've like talked so much about like the performance being good and the story really being good, but like there's some like really cool filmmaking things that Curry Barker does, and like when Micah said like kind of like the upside down, like I kind of thought of the other Nikki, I guess Freaky Nikki is what she called herself. Like as a shadow, and like because of the way in which like she was shot and the way that he shoots her in these like horrifying moments, and it starts with her on the porch like in the light, and it's just like her like silhouette,
eyes,
and then it's like the eyes when she's first on the porch or on
the
like outside of his door, and
right.
how horrifying she looks, like is like really like how did they get this out of this like conventionally like normally like attractive woman, and then they like made her look terrifying, and none more so than in that scene where he wakes up in the middle of the night and she's in the corner and she says, I'm scared of my dreams, like I just want to watch you sleep, and then she does the little movement thing, the little scamper. I was about to like scream out loud. I was like, why is this so scary?
They played well with like shadow stuff, because I saw in the behind the scenes that scene in the corner, they had her in like very pale makeup with a lot of her facial features, like eyebrows and stuff, whited out, like gone. So that's why, when she was in the corner, you're like kind of squinting, like it looks almost uncanny, like she doesn't quite look human. That's what they're doing. And like you said, Zach, they did a really lot of creative lighting choices, and it made it just so much more like just gut-wrenchingly terrifying.
Yeah.
She just didn't move naturally. Again, that whole scampering around bit, and then walking around with the pot in front of her face.
The flowers.
Like, don't take it down. Please don't. But then even, her walking backwards, that jump scare got me really bad. The initial when they're making out on the bed for the first time, and like real Nikki pops back in for a second, and she's like, what the hell? And jumps up. That's the one that really like got me the worst. I think there was just a general sense of like dread, but it did a good job in certain. There weren't like a ton of cheap scares in this movie. They all felt very earned, you know.
He pump faked me once, like right after he
Literally.
finds the cat, and he goes and puts the pill bottle back in there, and he puts the mirror. I'm like, okay, well, there's a little sliver of the mirror. You know, you put the mirror fully closed. Someone's back there. They kept going back in that fucking bathroom, and then they kept fucking with the mirror. And I just like, surely
you're just
this is
waiting
the
for it.
Let me brace
but like
myself.
that's the sign to me of like a great horror movie where it's like, yeah, like sometimes you know the build-ups, like sometimes you know when they're gonna come, and like it builds to something, and that's something like the whole movie does, I think, is like kind of like a nice steady escalation of the creepiness and horror, but never like out of place. And they will like wrong foot you a couple of those times too, but then like, yeah, now all of a sudden we're in the third act of the movie and we're smashing this girl's brain against a brick, like on the and like we're gonna cut away because you don't need to see that, but now we're gonna cut right back to it, and you're gonna like be forced to watch it. And that really reminded me of another like great YouTube duo, the Filippo brothers.
Yeah.
In Talk to Me, which is probably like of the last like 5 years or so, like in this vein of horror movie, has probably been like up near the top and kind of like the bar. That has a very similar sequence when the little brother gets possessed, and then all of a sudden he's smashing his head against the table, and like you have to watch it, and like you can't look away, and it's like, yeah, we're all kind of messed up for like wanting to go and see these things, but also like it you know, when you build up to that, it does kind of have this payoff.
The payoff too with the fitting with the more like body horror, the party scene, right? When she kisses him, real Nikki gets to snap back in, so she's like, it's not me. And the way I interpreted it, and they probably opened interpretation, was that Freaky Nikki, bad Nikki comes back, is like, we gotta shut this thing down, smashes the bottle, just starts hitting herself, and that face she makes when like now she's back to creepy Nikki again, and she's kind of like, oh, like what? Like what did I do? Oh, like it was crazy. And then, oh my god, like you hear them all just screaming. This dude Bear is just sitting there, and we're like, "You're a fucking villain. You're a fucking villain, Bear."
And he's a coward even in that moment, just sitting there watching us go down.
No, this is totally normal. She's just really sad about her fucking dad dying. Totally.
I walked home and I did not see this movie with my girlfriend Jenny Mine, and she was like definitely trying to like suss out my reaction a little bit, like at the end, because she had seen like on TikTok and on social media like, yeah, like see how your boyfriend reacts to this movie, or like see what they like who he thinks is the villain of the movie. Like, and I was like, no, I want to be clear. Like he was in the wrong. Like, don't worry.
It's pretty hard to interpret it any other way than like, no, Bear is a bad guy. He's the fucking bad guy. Like this, like you said, Zach, the biggest kicker. If none of the other things are bashing over your head, quite literally at times with it, is the scene when she literally just comes out and tells him, like, please, kill me. This isn't me. And he goes like does an incel ass thing. Goes like, what would be so bad about being with me? Like, all these chicks hate nice guys, bro. Like, it's like, oh man,
God,
what a movie though. This was this was the theater. People were flipping out. They were laughing. Some people just laughing out of just like the nerves, like, you know, like, oh my god, holy fuck.
I gotta say, not a peep in my showing. I mean, it was straight pure terror. It was pure terror in there.
We had a couple chucklers up front at the beginning, and everyone shut up halfway through the movie. Everyone kind of locked it. Yeah. By the time we got to the brick smashing point, I think everyone was pretty locked in. But yeah, what did you guys think? I mean, we can get fully into the end. Like, did you guys think as we were getting to that point of the movie, because they obviously tee up a lot of different ways this could potentially end? Did it end the way you guys thought? Did you like the ending?
I mean, I could go first. I thought I think it did the best way. Like, I think it was kind of quick. Like, it showed, again, we emphasized Bear being a coward. This dude was trying to now, you'd say, well, suicide would free Nikki from the wish. Yeah, but at this point, you're leaving her.
It'd be with three bodies.
Three bodies. And you just don't want to deal with the consequences, you fucking coward. And then it was like a triple cross. Takes the pills. Right out now, Ian's dead. Fucking Sarah's dead. Takes the pills. Cowards out, tries to puke it. Then you hear the snap.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god. And he comes out. I did laugh when the second time watching it, when he comes out of the bathroom, like, babe. Like, he's like, he doesn't say it, but you just see it in his eyes.
Such a reversal of like that big kiss moment in a movie, like the complete like opposite of it, but which is just like. Then they play
even
so
the way
well.
of opting out of the gun, like when he decides not to do the gun, what he should know, like from everything that he's seen so far, is that Nikki will still at that moment. I guess she would have snapped back in immediately, like so. Then maybe like, but like that's the point. By taking the pills, she will have to watch him die, and because she's so devout, like she's probably gonna kill herself. Yeah. So like, and I listened to an interview or like some clips that I was getting of Curry Barker talking about this, and originally like they were gonna have her shoot herself, like they were gonna be like she's gonna die, that's just gonna kind of be how it wraps it up. But how it actually, like they were like, okay, well look, we have time, let's just do one take where like you make it through, and then like we'll see what your face is, and that's the one take that's in the movie. Like she literally did it one time, and like that was the end. And I was like, that makes it so much more impactful to me, because even like when he is trying to resolve the situation, like he opts selfishly and then he decides to leave her with all of this mess, and it's just like, what an irredeemable fucking piece of shit. Like it's ridiculous. And I mean, I always sometimes think about horror movies, like what happens the next day, like after you like witnessed all this traumatic stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, Nikki's life is ruined, like, forever. Like, she's probably going to jail. Like, there's no way she's not going to jail.
We were debating the only way she has out, the only way she could possibly get out. But again, she wouldn't know this. There's $1 billion cash across down the road. You need to beeline it, duffel bag, and skedaddle. That is your only hope. But Nikki doesn't know about the $1 billion, to my knowledge.
I think
no, he doesn't. She doesn't.
Aware-ish, because like I mean, she's like looking around. I think she's aware of her action, like of her body's action.
But the only thing that happened, she never saw the $1 million. All she heard was Ian come in and be like,
it's actually $1 billion.
There's like $1 billion out here. It just gets popped. I was dying at that. Oh my god.
So like I can't really blame it for like
bad friend. He's a bad friend.
Yeah,
I was on his side at the very beginning when he was like, "Please do not say that," and I was like, "Yeah, that's good advice. Don't say that."
Friend.
And then I was like, "Why is he
shown?"
Yeah, why is he blocking? I felt like he was blocking, and I'm glad that like that paid off later, and that he was actually hooking up with her on and off.
Yeah. He was telling her he was telling Bear to neg her,
knowing he knew it would piss her off.
He tries, and it completely failed. I was like,
I think their logic was the logic. I'm assuming Nikki kind of had a similar thing at the same time. Was like the logic was this gets nipped in the bud, or even if it doesn't even have to be nipped in the bud yet, if we can get Sarah and Bear together tonight. They were trying to set that up at trivia. And I think their logic was Sarah and Bear get together, and this all goes bye-bye, and it's all good. And then we can either get together or not get together. It doesn't really matter. But, like, it just all goes... They did not factor in the One Wish Willow. Can you blame them?
No.
I will say, just like jumping back to the ending real quick, like from a bigger standpoint, like I really enjoy when horror kind of like stays grounded like this, and it's not like, hey, let's explain like all of the mechanics of the One Wish Willow and like what the lore is and like what's that thing in the basement. Like what? Like we're gonna like expel the evil Nikki from her body, and then we're gonna have to like fight this demon. Like that's when it kind of loses me. But like this is all, it's just humans. Like there is maybe this non-human entity, but like that's not really there. But it's really the horror of watching what he has done to her, and that ultimately like that impacts me a lot more. Even if you don't get this like huge third act escalation, like
I'm glad they didn't do
shit
it,
hitting the fan. I thought it was just really brilliant that they didn't do that.
I'm glad they didn't have like Nikki Prime, where like Nikki becomes her final form. Because horror movies usually have a third act fault. You have a really cool concept, but then you have to have your climax, and inevitably, like remember They Will Kill You? We saw that movie. That was one where I really liked what was going on at the beginning, but then you have to have their big act thing at the end, and like you said, Zach, it ends up being. You show off your monster. You reveal too much about what your monster is, and it kind of loses a bit of steam. I think this one is just an elevation above. And to use an example of, Eric, I know you saw it. A great horror movie I saw the week before was Hokum. Hokum is a very good horror movie. This is just it has an elevation to it in terms of story, performances that just I think puts Obsession in a tier above, at least in terms of general enjoyability and kind of the longevity and memorability of this movie is going to be going forward. You know what I mean? It's almost intangible, just like one of these very unique concepts that we're not going to see all the time. And I think that's very cool that we got to see it today.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. Any last thoughts from you, Micah, on the movie before we change gears?
Yeah, I was sitting in the theater, and I gotta tell you, man, I kept like maybe 70% of his performance. He just looked like Charlie Kirk to me, and I was losing it because I just kept like, how fried am I that I'm seeing him? So when I get, I go to log it on Letterboxd. Thank God the top review is like, am I crazy or does he kind of look like Charlie Kirk? And I was like, 10-day Franco, and I was like, thank God, I'm not the.
I did see that. Yeah.
I greatly enjoyed that. I think Micah actually liked this movie as much as the rest of us, but because of those two elements, like he just got completely taken out of it. Like that was why it got.
I think 6-7 brought it up for Micah. Honestly, it's fine. In his words.
He liked it, but I just kept seeing Kirk with him because like the shadow work and stuff, and like you're viewing them on the side a lot as they lay in bed, or when they're like at the restaurant or whatever. And they're like kind of top lit, or he's like hiding around the corner. Just a little bit of shadow, because his face is kind of like this a little bit. I was like,
that's it.
That's crazy.
Go see it a third
He's
time, Brian, with
everywhere.
that in mind.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for that. The next time. The next time
I
that
go see it, I just want to say though, the phone call scene had made me laugh in a new way because it's happened to me before. If you've ever called a business and the person answering doesn't answer the phone right, it will completely take the wind out of your sails. Because I called like a sub shop once. You're expecting like, Nick's Pizza, or Nick's Sub Shop, and they go, "Hello?" I'm like, "Hello, hi." Is this so that's why I feel like it completely throws off your cadence of how you think the call's gonna go. But yeah, man, that shit was good.
Yeah,
big fan.
Really big fan. I know we're coming off a year where obviously Amy Madigan just won an Oscar for a horror movie. But we got a long ways to go to talk about nominations. But like, if Indy got even a nod, that'd be a huge win.
I think if this
not
as
just
it stands
for her,
now,
but for like obviously horror in itself, but like everyone involved with this movie.
There's a chance there are enough stronger performances as the year goes on that doesn't end up being the case. But I think as it stands now, you'd have to at least be like, well, that's certainly got to be one you throw in a nomination category. So
I was very pleased to see Variety already like put the stamp down and be like, yeah, like she deserves like awards like consideration for this. I would. There's like a 5% chance. Like I think in my mind, like the Oscars,
for sure,
the Oscars does not. No, I mean, I think even to get nominated, the Oscars
Really?
like doesn't tend to nominate like a 25-year-old who we haven't
That's
seen
true,
before.
yeah.
A little bit less on the women's side of things. Like I feel like they do like to give it to a Mikey Madison. Like
Right.
But in horror, which is like already playing against an uphill battle, like I would find it hard to believe when people who watch this movie and are like 70-year-old Academy voters are like, she's just doing like what we used to do back in the day on The Exorcist. When I really don't think that that's what her performance is, because she's not playing possessed girl, she's playing jealous girlfriend, like who's
layers,
maybe just like
she got
a little bit of a psychotic break. And I love to like going all the way back to the beginning, like we get to see her be manic pixie dream girl at the beginning, like like she gets to just kind of be like normal human being who is like a magnet. So then you can see, you're like, oh, this is why everybody loves her, because she treats everybody like this. Like,
yeah,
that was my
like everybody knows someone like that. And then but then you get to see why that then gets contorted. So
there was a very distinct, like, she had a range with the octave of her voice was moving around. Like, I liked it, but like you said, I would just be saying, like, it would be really great if she could get a nomination come award season. I think winning a lead actress role in a horror movie like this would be really, really, really tough. But like, you know what I mean? I'd like to see her get nominated. But then again, there might be 5 or 6 other performances, 10 in the rest of the year that like are just better. We don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But who do we have next up for? I think it's Micah, right?
Yeah.
Do you Bleav?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I've had mine picked out for a while.
Yeah.
I just can't believe the stars
I
aligned.
know which one it is.
I love boosters. Let's go see it.
Look at that. Hell yeah. Okay, good.
I think you misspelled Mandalorian and Grogu, Micah. I think you had it. I think you misspelled it, brother. I know that's your favorite movie.
The next May horror movie, Passenger, is not getting the same rave reviews as Obsession, but that's okay. Backrooms in 2 weeks, guys, and guess whose turn it is?
Yeah, next. I'm very excited for Backrooms. I mean, you brought up Hokum also, but
yeah,
a good
but
month.
I love Boosters is Boots Riley, right? That he was the sorry to bother you guys. That's
Riley,
exciting.
Crazy cast. I'm
great.
excited.
No, that's gonna be good. I'm excited to see that one. Awesome. So should we get into Euphoria? See episode 6?
Six.
Show starts now, fellas. Show starts now.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh my god, this is the longest season of television ever. It feels like it.
We're grinding. So this episode starts off where we left off pretty much immediately, right? With Rue in the hole.
Well, we get a little Alamo flashback to start.
Oh, that's
yes,
right.
Rue is in the hole, but we do get a little Alamo talking about the coldest person he ever met in his life was his mother, and good God, was he right?
Yeah,
just
the long con. Oh my gosh, that was a really heartbreaking story.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. That's insane.
It tells the story of what Alamo and his single mother growing up. His single mother gets with, what was the man's name? It's evading me. Preston. I was gonna say.
Do you guys recognize her from Sinners?
Was she in
Sinners?
No,
Yeah,
that's Danielle Deadweiler.
Yeah,
she's not in Sinners, but Danielle Deadweiler, like very accomplished actress.
Okay,
how do I recognize her?
She does kind of look like. Are you thinking like Jamie Lawson from Sinners?
I'm thinking of Jamie Lawson.
It wasn't Jamie Lawson. That's who I was thinking too, and I was like, that wasn't Jamie Lawson, was it? No. Okay.
No, like Danielle Deadweiler has like a SAG nomination for Till. She was in the piano lesson. Yeah, I mean, like a really accomplished actress. I kind of thought she looked like a young like Taraji P Henson too, like when she like kind of like has the flow going a little bit there.
Yeah, the hair was great.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I needed 15 minutes of like an Alamo prequel story. Like who asked for that? Like who wanted that? Did anybody want to see that?
I was having a great time.
I liked it. It's just kind of funny, like that. It all came down to he never let a bitch cheat him or was outsmart him again. And it was Rue outsmarting him. I don't know, or was it Lori? I don't know who he's referring to, but yeah.
Well, just women in general. I think
women
that's probably
in general,
like this whole womanizing. My bitch is this kind of like.
True. Yeah, it's true.
Ethos is like maybe comes down to like he's got mommy issues more or less.
With these like Euphoria episode like cold opens, this whole season has been kind of like, all right, we're gonna show backstories for the characters we already like know, right? And kind of maybe tell them where they've been the last 5 years or catch them up to speed on how they're doing now. Give them a little bit more screen time. So this is the first time we've gotten like a character introduction similar to season 1 this season. Yeah, I mean it was a long one for sure. To Zach's point,
it's more that it's just like this is 3 episodes from the finale. Like I know, like to me, I feel like I understand like what the Alamo character is like, and that's like a like I understand like somebody just doesn't like become a misogynist like kingpin like I understand that, but I do wish like. My biggest wish for Euphoria would have been like eventually like, hey, subtext is like that's okay. Like we don't have to have like everything like explained very clearly to us, but I honestly think Sam Levinson thinks we're just stupid. And we just like kind of need it to like be, I think Alamo's honestly been the best part of the season. So like I wanted to like this more, but the vibe of it was cool, like throwing it back to like that era and stuff. I thought that was cool. But
it always looks great. That's the one thing I'll say. We always say about this show. It always looks fantastic. I mean, God, really pops off the screen. That he's shooting on film, right? If I recall.
Yeah,
whole thing.
Looks great. Looks fantastic. But it just, I said this last time, and I think you guys disagreed with me. Where I'm like, I just still feel like we're treading water. At least now we're seeing a little bit of motion. There's a deal about to happen. Like that's good. There's something. A penultimate event is now queued up with the FBI's involvement, Lori's involvement, Alamo's involvement with Rue. The only thing I just want to say, my gripe, because I don't want to get on your gripe, that whole monologue, I was cool with it in the church until they cut to the mom for 2 seconds. I don't know why that pissed me off. It did. What was the point of having her there if she wasn't even going to say anything? Is she coming back? I doubt it.
Well, it's a tee up Bishop later, the impact of his statement.
Yeah,
right?
I suppose. I don't know.
But
Be a hater.
No,
I think it also like. Was it also just to be like, yeah, she actually is talking to her mom? Like, because could you have believed that like they were not actually like
she has
having
a lot of like you're right.
Yeah,
like they might have not actually been in contact, and she could have literally just been like leaving her a voicemail. So then I think that's what that was for. But I had the same reaction, Brian. I was like, all right. I was like, did we really? We had to pay her to come back for 2 seconds? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think Sam Levinson is very like online. I think he reads the criticism. Like Malcolm and Marie is one big like critics you suck kind of movie, and so I wonder if they had like Zendaya film this scene because she's like been on the phone with Fez and his actor has passed away.
Right.
So I wonder if they just like shot it like that. They didn't know if the mom was coming back, and then he was like, "I'll pay you to sit there and be like, thanks, Rue." And then hang up.
Maybe, yeah.
And he's going to be like, fuck you. She actually did come back. Everyone, shut up with your articles. Who knows?
The man needs to log off. Like he needs to put the phone away. Like that. That's
he
my.
needs other
my...
writers to help him out.
Other people were.
Like...
A lot of people have been. I didn't realize that people were really. I saw online because I saw this episode earlier in the week, and then if you scroll TikTok or whatever, you see it. People have been really frustrated with the phone bit. Like it's really started to annoy people. I didn't really have a huge problem with it, but like. The whole bit of like talking.
Like the second time.
I think it's the third or fourth.
Is it
she's done it with Fez.
She's done
with Fez a few times. But I don't know, man. I just like I do also think, and I don't know. I know they don't shoot chronologically. Like I know that's not how it works. I think you're starting to really feel the fact that a lot of these they had very limited time with these actors all in one place.
Oh, the seams. Starting to see the seams a little bit.
You're starting to see it. You're starting to see like the split. Like it's everyone.
Let's
not
say
just,
his name if we're being honest. I mean,
Jacob Elordi.
We've gotten the same scene from Jacob Elordi in 3 different places, 3 episodes in a row. And that's fine. It's hard. These guys have all blown up. It's fine.
Yeah.
But to your point about treading water, Brian, when I saw the same grunt walking up to beat his ass again, I was like, Jacob,
again?
Nate, cut, right, left, and he just gets caught immediately. I'm like, weren't you like a star high school player?
He was missing a toe, like one of the key.
I know, man.
Direction-changing toes.
I know it's busy.
Just add some flowers. Fuck it. Just kicking the shit.
I guess to your point though, Brian, maybe not. I mean, about the phone calls. Like, yeah, you have Cassie and Nate talking on the phone. In a couple scenes there, but they're not actually communicating because we know we got them together for a couple scenes early in the season. But the story as a whole, like, Rue's story is progressing well each episode, but the pacing on some of the other subplots is really starting. I think the seams are starting to show.
I would not be shocked if Nate is dead in the next episode. Like that's it. I think that might be it for him. I think we're getting less screen time. And I think this might be that they'll have some one big grandiose, maybe an execution. That's it. I think that's the end.
I think they should have. I think they should have killed him the second time they did it. Like if they wanted to have like the one big like humiliation ritual, and you wanted to like give Sydney Sweeney this moment to like do her like pretend bad acting, but like maybe it's good acting because that's what everybody says about her online because Sam Levinson read about it online. That's fine. Like. And then the second time that like wouldn't it have been great if Nate had gotten the call and like he's just going and like dancing around and like he's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get that money, boom, he's dead. Like that would have been fine with me, but I clearly like you have to drag Cassie's insecurity like back to him, which is just going to be like sure, like I guess I'm just like I don't particularly care about them, and that's kind of tough when Cassie's like the main character of this season. So
it's like the Cassie side of Hollywood, and then there's the Rue side of
exactly.
LA.
Yeah.
And Hunter Shake, Rue. Jules had like did she always talk like that? I feel like she was talking weird.
What do you mean?
I heard it too. I heard it too.
It was like not a lisp. It was like
she's kind of like chewing on her words a little bit, like in a like
never
I
heard
can't
her
really
talk like that ever.
Can't really replicate it, but it was weird.
Go watch that scene again, and it's like I can't really explain. Like she's like almost like going like this. It's weird. I can't do it, but it's odd. I don't really get what's going on there.
Sean Connery in her performance,
kind of, yeah. She gets all upset with Rue. We know that happens. I'm kind of curious about how things are. Yeah, smack.
Watch out,
Sean
Shaq.
Connery. That's really
Shaq,
Sean
shoot.
Connery and Bond. Then
Exactly,
smacking
smacking women around.
Yeah,
That's what I did learn from my Bond marathons. He does smack them around. But no, because Rue basically pitches to Jules, basically being like, I think I need some stability of family, something to care bigger than myself. And Jules is
A
kind
little
of
bit
like,
of a jump scare to spring kids on your situationship. That's crazy. Sorry. Yeah, I'm honestly I'm with Jules because you almost got me kicked out of my sweet ass penthouse because you left your stud boxers all over my apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're talking about kids. I can't believe this. That Rue has monogram boxers. She's just leaving them there. You gotta reel it in, you drug addict. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jules, slapping her's a bit much, but
Yeah.
honestly, I'm here for reality. Jules, be like,
That
get
was
your dumbass out of my paint.
That was a Looney Tunes ass like fall with the painting,
the painting
falling
just
out.
falls.
And the
I
I greatly
noises.
enjoyed that. Actually, that was my favorite part of the episode. Just to,
Yeah,
to
I was-
stage
I
that
was
to get the
dying.
painting to just extra humiliate her.
And I know I don't have an eye for painting or whatever. Like Zach and I, when we were last in New York, we did go to an art show. That's about my level of art, my eye for art. But I didn't hate what Rue was doing or what Jules was painting.
No,
I'm
it
like,
looked pretty
wow.
good.
So I was like, Rue, get out of her painting.
Yeah.
You're gonna smudge it. Like
I know.
I'm done
She
with
definitely got
that.
wet paint all over her. And she goes, what'd she say? She's like, Elias will be back in 45 minutes. Like, get your
Yeah,
ass out of
45.
here. Get your
Out of
ass
my
out of
painting.
here.
Out of my painting.
Get out of my painting. I am kind of curious though with like I feel like Jules will have a sort of ending. I have this like worry that like I kind of feel like Lexi actually seems like there's something going on there. I just don't really know where Maddie's ending is gonna go. I kind of feel like she's there. She's connected to Alamo, but like I don't know. Is that not enough to get indicted? Like if he goes to jail for this drug thing, I don't know if she's.
I
She's too
worry
far, though.
about what's in that contract that Maddie made her sign that Cassie did not read, and so now that Cassie is quit OnlyFans, I do
right.
wonder if with her new, I mean, she's got more money working with Alamo, she's got more muscle working with Alamo. One of her girls just ran off essentially.
Right.
Mhm.
Wonder if now if Cassie's also going to be getting hunted by goons or what have you.
Right.
Or maybe that'll fuck Maddie's money up and, she's in partnership with Alamo.
Yeah.
Their prize girl just quit.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot
Is that
of
allowed?
unanswered weird things. Like also on top of that, like what was stolen from Alamo? Because it's not money. Money, but also like that substance that Faye snorts, but then it doesn't get her
I
high.
assume
Yeah.
implying
That's
they
the
were-
drugs that they caught en route that they switched out with.
Right.
They're lax-
From the DEA, yeah.
laxatives.
They're just laxatives.
So it's
That's
just
cool.
money and drugs. He thinks
I
it's
think-
drugs.
And I think the point of that is like it's now that's an incriminating thing to be like if they start drawing a line of like why were these drugs laxatives and they start drawing the line they'll realize like they weren't laxatives when they left Alamo's facility or Lori wherever she got caught between there was a chance there's a way to
is in Alamos.
yeah.
Right.
Guys, this is like insane. Like I know you've been talking about this every week, but like hearing the words coming out of our mouth, like they were in high school, dude. Like this was not this age. And like I just want to be clear, like I'm not against shows evolving, changing, like doing
Sure.
whatever. But what they have done to butcher some of these characters in like a way that like I actually genuinely enjoyed when I was watching the first two seasons, and it's like mostly an aesthetic standpoint. My favorite episodes of Euphoria are the two individual specials that they released during COVID of Rue sitting in the coffee shop with Coleman Domingo's character
Yeah.
Ali. Is that what his
Ali,
name
yeah.
is?
Yeah.
He's not in this season.
But he's
at
about to
all.
be. He was teased in the post
I didn't
post
watch
HBO.
Watch those.
Sorry, spoilers. My bad. I really
He
do.
is good. He's good. Does show
But I
back
believe
up.
he will be coming back. But that was my favorite episode, and then it's the other one
Jules.
with
Jules'
Jules.
therapy or whatever.
Yes,
Kinda like
like
the
and like
sea blobber.
discussing her transitioning and like because now like whatever they've done with the Jules character, they're just like whatever. Like this is like what she's gonna be like, and she's just gonna kind of revert to this, and that ending is gonna be like deeply unsatisfying.
I think,
And then the Rue thing, like I mean, if you wanted to make the Western, like that's all good and well, but the things that got Zendaya 2 Emmys and like made this story impactful is the stuff like her talking on the phone in the church and like having this like reckoning and dealing with her addiction in what I thought was like some really powerful stuff in the first 2 seasons. And now it's just like, yeah, I guess she's grappling with her decisions that led her to this life of crime and like drug laundering and muling.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I just had to get that take off.
No, Zach,
No.
you make a good point, because the other, like, I think universally considered the best episode of Euphoria from season 1 is the carnival. And what makes the carnival so good is you have all these characters, all these crisscrossing plot points, and they're all in one location. And it's like a bottle episode in this carnival, and some people know some things, some people don't know other things. Some people shouldn't bump into each other, some people should. You know where that's not going to happen? This season. We quite literally have everyone all over the place. They might have shot it already, and we just don't know. I don't know. It just looks like they're all separated to me.
Remember certain scenes of the wedding? Remember that pool?
Certain scenes,
not
together. But hey, we got those 3 actresses next to each other for a day.
There we go.
But yeah,
Didn't Dan say she shot in like half as much time as he usually is, right? For a season, like she said,
speed ran. She speed ran, and I guess that's a good point to your point, Zach, about those episodes that stuck out to you being like specials focused on like one character is like what, because of the way the show now stands, and it is impossible to get these actors all in the same room as their schedules stand. Like, would it be so wrong? Would you watch like this Rue storyline if they just speed ran it for like a mini series for like 5 episodes? You could probably put together like 4 or 5 episodes of just Rue stuff. Maybe cut it down to 3.
That might be interesting. I wish they would have just been like, yeah, here's a different character who was at the Euphoria high school who found themselves in this life of crime. Like just because like I don't know, the Rue character is like very affecting to me. And like, I feel like I like almost kind of have like a deep attachment to that character. And so maybe in some ways that makes me feel like I'm like, oh, I know what's would have been best for the Rue storyline. So like, I'm kind of full of shit like in that regard too, but it does feel like it's so discordant in that way that it's just like, like we're kind of undoing what I actually thought was like some good with the way that they like portrayed the addiction. And like, I think about her flying around the house and like fighting with her mom in what becomes the big chase around the neighborhood. And like that part becomes like a little bit comedic now, but really like the heart of that was like how this disease breaks apart families. And now it's like, well, like if I don't report to the DEA, like I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. I'm like, wait, what?
And that's
like
how
what?
I became a snitch. Like, like kind of. There is a hard left turn. Yeah. So, I feel like on the other side, are you gonna buy into the Cassie, like main character like aspect of this season? Like she is the main character on the flip side of the coin. Yeah, when we're looking at it now.
I wish I had some good thoughts on the Cassie storyline, but it's just like, unfortunately, Sam Levinson met also chronically online Sydney Sweeney, and they were like, yeah, what if we actually just wrote this character to be like all of the perceived criticism that Sydney Sweeney gets for like how she portrays herself. And like, I mean, yeah, like when they're doing the stuff like, and she's blowing up on OnlyFans, and sorry, this is a previous episode, but like, then she's going on all the podcasts, and she's just like, oh no, like of course, like I'm not a liberal, like I'm not a Democrat.
That was on the nose.
like all of that, like I'm just like, really? Like, and the big issue, more than any of the Sydney Sweeney self-referential stuff, it's just not funny. Like, it's supposed to be funny, and to me, I'm just like, this is not funny. Maybe people are finding it comedic, and I'm just too wrapped up. Maybe I'm too online. But like, I just don't genuinely find the story or any of the characters and like what they're doing very funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
Despite the story trying to tell me and like leaving all of these like room for like, yeah, you should laugh right now. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like,
I want to see that take she did on the show, because I know it's like her like talking about the Nate situation out loud, but like I was kind of like, no, that wasn't your line. Yeah. They liked it a lot for like something that seemed to completely derail the scene. I don't know.
It seemed like to the like referential, like kind of like a breaking the fourth wall kind of nature of the Cassie storyline. It's like these moments where they're like, oh yeah, I bet you think Sydney Sweeney's just, you know, all sex appeal, all this, and they'll just write her like one scene an episode where it's like, and capital A act, for a little bit, and it's like,
Yeah.
look, guys, she can do it. She can cry on command. She can do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like criticism's done. Like they, like, you know, check a box. Like tits, tears, take
Yeah.
one. Like, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Trademark it.
Well, I mean, but like again, like I do, like I'm like, well, that was good. Unfortunately,
I thought she was good in that scene too, and I'm also like I Bleav.
Like you gotta call spade a spade. It was a good, like she looked pretty.
I
it was a
think
pretty good
Sydney
performance.
Sweeney's the best acting of Sydney Sweeney's career came in season 2 of Euphoria. Like I've always
Yeah.
strongly believed that
Yeah.
actually the casting character, her acting in the bathroom when she's just like everything is okay, and then she like flips out and has the that is literally the best acting of Sydney Sweeney's career. Like I don't think she's a bad actress, but I just don't know like what they're doing here.
where's
like
this going?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to show her bag off, and we're seeing a lot. But we got 2 episodes left.
The next
a lot
one's a
to wrap up.
penultimate. That's gonna be the big
Yeah.
one, you assume.
I feel like the
Yeah.
police raid might be coming, but
I think that's got to be it. If you imagine that this episode is going to have the what's the deal? What are they using? There's like ambulances, his like medical things to to mule some
He's
drugs
got-
back.
Mexican ambulances that he uses
Yeah.
to transport drugs across the border.
I do
I don't
need
know if
them
that's
to rein
real.
it
That
in a little
doesn't
bit.
seem right, but is that something that's real?
Yeah,
But-
I didn't know that was a thing.
The ambulances
That's an
do
ambulance is an
remind me of.
ambulance.
I think it's the first or it's the second episode with when Rue falls for what's her name?
Angel.
Her name's not Angel.
Oh,
Was it
Angel.
Angel? Yes.
Yeah, I
think
the
so.
other.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Rosalia's character, but the other girl,
Oh,
Angel.
oh.
Yes, he does fall for her, and then she goes to rehab. Definitely not rehab. And
Not
the
rehab.
ambulance pulls up immediately. So maybe we get some payoff on that
Yeah, we'll
storyline.
see.
But I to me that was kind of like the height of the season for me. Like I really enjoyed that episode, and to me, like then we had the wedding, and since then we've kind of been, in my eyes, treading tires a little bit. Some stories are getting we're losing a little bit of steam. So let's see if the penultimate can.
Let's see what happens.
We're gonna go around the horn and talk about a movie
Yeah,
or
let's-
two that we've seen in the last week or so that we want to talk about.
Zach, you're
Zach,
the guest.
yeah.
Yeah,
brother,
I'm
kick it over to
pulling
you.
up. I'm like, what have I seen? I also saw Hokum. There was already some discussion about that. And did you guys talk about that on the podcast last week?
Eric,
I-
I brought it up to these guys, and then Eric saw it this last week. It was very brief, so you can. I gave my thoughts on it, but that was about it.
Super solid, Brian. I agree with you. The like setting and the feel of it, like this like small little like Irish hotel, I really quite enjoyed as like a setting, and just so interesting. Like after we talked about Indy Navarrete and like this unknown discovery of like this incredible acting performance, and then like. You know what's also really nice is having a really capable actor like Adam Scott lead your horror movie.
Yeah.
Like that's just really, really reliable. And he got to play a dick, which like Adam Scott when he's an asshole is so good.
Yeah.
Like that is the Adam Scott I love to see.
Step Brothers.
So yeah, so he was great. The movie was solid. It did kind of fall into the trap of the third act escalation, like what's that thing in the basement? Literally, like there might be like the souls of children that this witch has kidnapped, and I was like, what happened there? And the other element I really didn't like was the apologies for lack of better phrasing here, but like the hokiness of the book that he's writing, kind of bookending the movie.
Yeah.
Where like he's like writing this fantasy story essentially, and like the protagonist of the story might have to kill this child because essentially, as you'll learn throughout the movie, he, you know, spoiler alert, he is dealing with his own trauma of something that he did when he was a child that he is then beating himself up for, literally. And I was like,
And then then he forgives himself by the end.
and then he forgives himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. I was like, really? Like, did it really have to be that literal? That said, I thought the scares were very affecting. I actually quite liked the like trauma element. I texted Eric about this. I thought the jump scares, like where his mom appears, are like almost scarier than when the random witch in the basement appears. Kind of goes back to that, like, I like when horror is rooted in reality as opposed to kind of what the creepy crawly thing in that's buried under the ground. So I enjoyed it though. Good movie.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I love a good like folklore horror style thing. So I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's just not. It doesn't elevate to those other levels. But Eric, you want to go next?
No, I'll just jump in quickly about Hokum as well,
Sure.
and then I'll talk on another movie that's kind of just a repeat offender on my watch list. But no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it covered down on like a lot of different, like going into it, I thought it was just gonna be a standard witch story. Then you have that personification of grief, like jump scares that you get. So you cover down on that level of like sometimes in horror, like it's all in your head. It's not like real. You're personifying it. And then there's an element of like actual like crime with the manager boyfriend of that. I'm like, oh, you have a lot of different threats going down. It's an actual guy, what's going on in your head, and then there is a genuine witch in the basement. So yeah. I like that it kind of did cover all of its bases there. Really enjoyed it. I am excited for a rewatch, but a good way to start a month of horror here. Excited for Backrooms next week. This last week they put Top Gun Maverick and Top Gun back in theaters for the 40th anniversary of Top Gun. So Top Gun Maverick, I just want to show it some love because that is still to this day, like that first watch in theaters in 2022 when it came out.
Oh yeah,
probably like my favorite movie going theater experience, just because we hadn't really been in the theaters for so long, and I got absolutely jacked up. I'm excited to show Riley this movie for the first time. Living vicariously through your girlfriend who's never seen movies before is just the greatest feeling on planet Earth. Showed her Back to the Future this week for the first time, and she was like, "That's the mom. That's the dad." Like it was a funny ass time. Like it was, it was a good time. But I'll kick it over to you, Micah. What have you been watching?
I went back and revisited the Top Guns. Had to do a little bit of gymnastics to be able to see them in order, but because I don't know why they get, they're kind of favoring Top Gun Maverick. But in between those, I watched the new Guy Ritchie movie In the Gray.
Oh, how was it?
Bad. I just gotta say, well, not bad. There's like nothing really wrong with this movie. His movies have always kind of seemed, or at least like late stage Guy Ritchie, when he's allowed to like write it himself. Like not Aladdin and not Robin Hood. They've always kind of just seemed like GQ ads with explosions, but this one especially was boring. And I thought maybe it was like, because like the premise of this is just like the Gray is like about this lawyer kind of lady who does like a pincher movement on people that owe like a lot of money to this bank. So like you got the Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill, they're like the muscle, and then she's got like a team of like random actors as lawyers. So you're like half in the courtroom, half like watching them do stuff, but they are so competent that there's absolutely zero friction this entire time. And then they set up this big meeting, and then they just rehearse what's going to happen. And so there is no conflict until almost halfway through the movie when she's kidnapped, and then they have to rescue her. Good thing they did all that practice for the meeting. And so then like they execute this plan that you've already seen them run through for minutes, and everything goes to plan. Please don't see this. I'm going to spoil it. Also, it's not good. People die, but it's like by choice almost. It's like, hey, you had time to get out of there. You didn't need to die. Or like, why would you run into that burning building? Like all this stuff. It's like, well, that was dumb. And it was just very boring. So I thought it was maybe the practice and then execution, like setup of it. Then I went and watched Top Gun Maverick, and that is Top Gun Maverick. They practice and they execute. But there's things going wrong all the time. I think like the big difference between Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick is that like Top Gun is some sort of musical with planes, and then Top Gun Maverick is like a very competent action movie with almost no drama. It's like, my dad died, like, but I love you, and like that's fine. Like, but
I don't think Miles Teller is really a character in that movie. Like, I don't think Rooster is really like a character. It's just
he's young Goose.
And he's just mad at the whole. And he doesn't drive fast. He doesn't fly fast enough.
Neither is Tom Cruise, like Tom Cruise across the Top Gun. I'm like, yeah, dude, Maverick's fucking sick. Like, I'm gonna watch the planes go fast, man. And then he's gonna womanize. He's gonna absolutely womanize in the bar. It's gonna be amazing. Or on the beach. In the beach.
Nice. Or on the beach. Mm-hmm. Or on the beach. Yeah, but just two banger movies and that. So, all right, what's this game here? Oh wait, Brian, did you go?
No, I'll go quick. Just because I want to get to the game. I looking through what I watched recently, and I guess I'll just touch on this. I did two like these tearjerker like '80s animated movies, and I watched All Dogs Go to Heaven and The Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
what's that?
I was gonna say the Iron Giant.
No, that's the one we watched. So, but All Dogs Go to Heaven is really carried. It's Don Bluth, really carried by the ending scene, and everyone knows that. Most people know the context behind that. The young actress who had been killed by her father. When Burt Reynolds is reading those lines, it was like he had recorded it afterwards. So it's a very sad scene. Really carries most of the movie. It's a pretty run-of-the-mill kids movie up until that point. But God, that one hits. The one I want to talk about though is I watched The Fox and the Hound from 1981 Disney, which here, listen, there's still an absolute gut-wrenching scene when she has to give up the fox to protect him. Horrible. Abandoning your pet in the woods is always sad. So that was sad. The thing I want to talk about, though, is I remember this movie growing up, like two best friends who, when they grow up due to circumstances, they're enemies, and it's so sad. Bro, they hang out like twice. The movie happens so much faster than I thought. They hang out like 2 afternoons, then Copper goes away for the winter to learn to be a hunter. And then that spring they come back, and that's when everything hits the fan. It happens immediately. So I was kind of like, he's like, we're best friends, aren't we? I don't know, man. Are you? You guys, I like it. Just like it's kind of ridiculous. It all happens really quick, but it's still, it checks the boxes when you were a kid. It's beautifully animated, and like the whole thing is like they pump up. It's an hour and 20 minutes, but even still, they have to fluff up the runtime with this B plot of these two dumbass birds trying to kill this caterpillar. You probably forgot about that. That's a whole. Yes, they're intercut the whole movie. From when they're kids to when they're adults, are these two bumbling birds trying to kill this caterpillar. They don't even do it by the end. He becomes a butterfly, and he's gone. I just forgot about that. I'm like, this movie is a lot different than I remember.
What like brought on the decision to watch The Fox and the Hound? If you don't mind me asking.
I was like looking at some of those like 80s I don't know why I was thinking of, like the Don Bluth era, and after watching All Dogs Go to Heaven, I was like, you know what was a sad movie? From like similar to this was I thought of The Fox and the Hound, and I just got a puppy too, so I was feeling like dog. I don't know.
Jesus,
there you go.
It puts it in perspective. Like I was like I can, but The Fox and the Hound honestly didn't hit as hard as I remember. I was just more sitting there being like, this is so avoidable. Like why? The only reason it happens is because the fox, everyone, the big owl, they're all telling him, hey man, like he's a hunting dog. I know you guys played as kids, but you probably shouldn't go over there. He's gonna get pissed. And he's like, nah, bro, that's my buddy. It's cool. And then they go over there and then everything happens. But yeah, let's play a game.
Right. Just real quick, Eric. Fox and the Hound made $63.5 million at the box office, according to Wikipedia, reputable source, on a $12 million budget. They spent $12 million to make the Fox and the Hound.
Why it's probably like that is because it's obviously animation's good, but what I saw from it, you didn't see this often in early Disney. It's Mickey Rooney and Kurt Russell as the two titular characters, and I think that must have contributed to and I think someone else is a big actress in there too, where it was like the owl, because I think that must have cost more money because you know what I mean. You don't usually see big actors in those earlier Disney movies because we just had the voice
hiring
actors.
Hiring like real voice actors.
No, so yeah, it's Kurt Russell, and this is like in 1981, young Kurt Russell. This is probably this was peak. This was like, I mean, when did like all this John Carpenter Kurt Russell was in the 80s, right? So this was right at the peak of Kurt Russell. They tagged him onto this movie. Like, yeah, Kurt Russell's in this. He has like a handful of lines. It's mostly dog noises.
Fostered a wonderful relationship with Disney. He's been all over Disney. Disney TV, Disney animation, Disney live action.
I am, but I was actually your point. I am wondering, because obviously the animation, I'm sure, is not cheap. I mean, it looks great. I have to wonder how much money they had to give to Mickey Rooney, who, again, this is Mickey Rooney in the 80s, too. Mickey Rooney and Kurt Russell to be a part of this kids movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You say those names, I'd think there'd be like bare knuckle brawling on screen.
Yeah. Well, they do at one point, briefly. It's like
just cut to like it's a SpongeBob movie. Here's Mickey Rooney, like a Family Guy cutaway.
They just show Kurt Russell in his Escape from New York outfit, fighting fucking Mickey Rooney. All right, let's I'll pull up
Eric, what's this game?
Yeah, hang on.
Let me show guys, we good on time? Everyone good on time here?
Yeah, I can play.
Yeah, no, all set.
All right, bet. Let's have a little bit of fun here.
All right, hang on. I went into share mode, so
All right.
I couldn't see your slides, Eric, to avoid
Share mode.
like
Perfect. We're combining we're combining a little things I love here. We're combining golf and horror and movies in general. But because and Letterboxd, that's right. But because
All Eric's favorite words.
our movie of the week was Obsession and it was a horror based movie, I figured we're gonna center this around horror movies. So if you go to the next slide, Brian. Yeah, we tried to do this a couple weeks ago, and I tried to make it Micah versus Brian, but it didn't work out too well. So I figured this would work better if we put you guys all together as a team. So working together, I'm going to list a couple different popular Letterboxd reviews for certain horror movies, and you're going to try and guess the movie. There are 9 different holes or movies leading up to a total of a par 26 course, and your guys' goal is to shoot under par. So each hole is a par 2 through 4. So for those larger holes, the hole you can look at the scores here.
Yeah.
If you fail to guess the movie, it's a double bogey, so that's +2. So you guys are working together. So you guys have one guess per review that pops up on the screen. So there'll be no reviews when we start, and then Brian, you'll click once, and there'll be the first review.
And we can work. We have a minute to work together and put a guess out.
Yeah, and so then you guys have a minute per review to talk amongst yourselves, and then you guys will say, "All right, I think it's The Shining. Lock it in," and then I will tell you if you're right or wrong.
All right, fellas, let's do it.
Makes sense.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm nervous.
Some of these might be a little harder, or they might be pretty easy. So by the time you get to par, I think using the reviews all together, it should hopefully. And I've also included the scores of the reviews this time.
All right.
So
if you had to name an analogous like golf course for what you've made, you know, where are we at?
Where are we at Pebble Beach? Where are we playing right now?
Oh no!
Come on.
Hopefully not a Ronimink after the PGA.
Oh,
you know, brutal scenes out there.
That was a bit of a.
Are we in Georgia? Georgia.
I can't compare anything I've got to Augusta, man. Maybe we're on a links course out in we're at St. Augustine's or something.
Nice.
Or St. Augusta. That might be the wrong one.
Love it.
All right, let's get it first.
All right, let's do it. It's a par 3.
It's a par 3.
Get out your pitching wedges. Let's do it. All right.
I got my card here.
First click.
I got my card.
First click.
I'm not really timing you. Just try and be a little pep in your step in terms of your guesses.
That feeling, you're so hungry that you could eat a horse from Hall.
Yep. So this is your eagle. So this is a par 3. So if you get this first one, it's an eagle. It's 4 out of 5 stars. That feeling.
Why was my first thought human centipede?
I don't know why it was. I was thinking. I thought
I will give you guys this. All these movies are from this century.
Oh, okay. That good clue. Good clue.
That's pretty far.
Horror movie eating a horse. I'm trying to think of like animal like I went to the Revenant initially, just he cuts into a horse, but that doesn't feel right.
No.
And I don't.
You're hungry. You're like ravenous with hunger, perhaps.
Yeah, like is cannibal maybe like a cannibal movie.
Trying to think. It's a zombie type thing. You're hungry. You eat a horse. I'm trying to think of a horse that dies. Like I'm thinking of The Walking Dead. They ate that horse gets eaten.
But they liked the movie. They gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
I don't know. I don't know if a horse is also that significant. You know, like it's just like
just
that,
a feeling. You're hungry.
Yeah.
Well, there's Raw. The girl that starts eating this raw meat. She's ravenously hungry.
Should we
I don't
try
know if
that
it's
one?
raw.
I'm fine with that first stroke because we don't have anything here. So we're gonna go with raw. Mike, you want to lock it in?
Is it raw?
You're locking in raw. It is not raw.
All right,
go ahead and click
okay.
it again. This is your birdie shot. So
this is my Don't Look Up. 5 stars from Karsten. That's not a real name. It's Christina.
All right.
This is my Don't Look Up.
Context clues there, right? Because they're bringing up Don't Look Up.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean it has to be after that, so it has to be recent.
Yeah, recent. So after 2021, recent horror movie involving hunger, some type of. I'm assuming some type of message, like "Don't look up." Like, I mean, that's supposed to be like a warning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like some type of like warning message, horror movie.
My mind's still like is maybe drifting to zombies, like hunger. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
What about like Prey? Did that come out after? I don't know that really makes sense with the first one, but
I'm trying to think of that to do. Like, they will kill you. Is that it? Like, no, they don't eat a horse. Eating.
Hungry.
Should we just try to go for Paul? We need a guess though. We got to take a stroke.
Yeah.
We got to take a shot.
This is my Don't Look Up. Is it like socially aware, or does it have a big ensemble cast? Or
That's
something?
what I'm wondering. Which one it's going for? Because I could see it going either way.
Okay, I'm thinking of a zombie movie with a big cast that's kind of like satirical.
I like
I'm thinking
it. Go
of
for it.
wait, no, Zombieland. Like, one of the Zombie lands. I don't know.
Did that come out after 2021? Double Tap.
The second one, maybe.
I mean, this person could have just watched it after. I don't know if we're if we're straying into too much of a what if territory there, but
I could see that. You want to go like Zombieland Double Tap? Sure, I'm fine with that guess.
Yeah, let's
What do
throw
you
it out
think,
there.
Zach?
Zombie. Yeah, want to lock it in?
And then Zombieland double tap. You go ahead and click again for me, real quick.
Okay, giant.
Oh,
big
man.
fuck-
God.
What is it?
Oh,
It was the horse. It's Nope.
yes. Yeah, it's
Oh,
no.
it's no.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
It
is
is a horse.
no.
God damn, so
It is no.
it's so obvious now.
You guys
It's not
are dancing around it, but the don't look up with the
Yeah,
sky
now it makes
and
sense.
like
Oh, yeah,
and space and aliens.
It's
yeah,
nope.
yeah.
It's nope. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
get
all
it.
right.
So-
That's all right, fellas.
So you want to
hard.
go ahead and click again to see your bogey.
But we got the par though. That's good.
Yeah, I go back
day
and
for
forth on
night,
how I
yeah.
feel about the look of the day for night sequences.
That's from Brian.
This is Brian. Thank you, Brian, for the
I
bogey putt.
I remember typing that. God, that was wordy.
When Jordan Peele is at the helm. All right, and if you click again, you get your answer. So we're
Right,
we're
we got a
even.
par.
We're
We
even
got a
through
par.
one.
Yeah, look,
We're
you
up.
just gotta live to fight to the next hole, fellas.
Exactly.
Like sometimes
Well,
sometimes you gotta make
par-
mistakes.
There are par fours where you can score. So these par twos though, you gotta lock.
Yeah,
we
this
gotta
is
get it.
tough.
All
This
right,
is tough.
Part two. Let's hear it. Ready? 3 out of 5. Some dudes. Some
Oh,
dudes.
that's supposed
be
to say, dude.
Some dudes be afraid to moan. I be my girls here like ooh zoo baman imuk.
This is fucking
Is this
this is undertone. This is undertone, right?
I was gonna say Nosferatu.
Oh, interesting.
I was thinking Nosferatu because it's like moan. You know what I mean? I can see that. Like ooh zuban me. Oh no. Like I'm trying to think of like sexual connotation. He's moaning. I don't know. I can see
I
Nosferatu.
kind of feel like that's the sound, like that's the cadence of the phrase that is repeated in undertone,
Yeah.
like when they are summoning the woman devil, and that
Yeah.
could totally be recency bias, and like also him putting
That's what I'm
undertone on the
saying.
chorus would be kind of crazy.
I
when
do
that's
think
like-
that's true because I don't think either Micah and Eric. I don't think have even seen it.
Nah,
So
I
I
haven't
just
seen
don't
it.
know exactly. I feel like that'd be. I hear your point.
Yeah.
I'm really confident in my Nosferatu putt. I really think I can get this one.
I like it. I trust you. I
I'm
trust
gonna
you,
lock
Brian.
it in for Nosferatu.
You're gonna want to go ahead and hit that next
Ah,
button for me,
fuckers.
Brian.
And don't
Oh, it
forget to
is.
smash
You're
that
right.
like button.
You were right. Damn it. Fucking.
I
God,
should have
you're-
stuck. I should have stuck with my guns.
Okay, all right, my bad, bro. It's a par. You're right.
The way that it, like whoever read it out loud, was it Eric or Brian who read it out loud first? I was like,
It
whoa, I was like, I'm getting
undertone.
freaked out because I'm
Yeah.
on the pod right now. Now I'm
I
looking
did
around
pick that
my apartment.
specifically because I knew Zach and Brian have both watched it, so I
Oh,
wanted
damn,
to see
I'm
you guys
sorry.
try and figure it out.
Zach, I liked your guess and I doubted it because I'm like, he hasn't seen it. He wouldn't put it on there. And I.
No, that's all right, man. That's
We
all
got
right.
a par. We're sticking a par though. All right. We got undertone. I knew podcasting was evil.
There you go.
One's always me.
No, that just happened to be you twice in a row.
That's funny.
Great movie,
All right,
by the
we're
way.
even through
Great,
two.
That's
We're
a good
even
one.
great film.
It was a
All
good
right, par 4 coming up, so
right.
very.
Let's get some points.
You can get a hole in one here if you really,
All right,
really
ready?
get
Ready,
after
guys?
it.
Hole in one. A fun story about how we're still dealing with the sins of Reagan's America. Chad. Okay.
Now remember, a hole in one's crazy, so
Okay. So usually anything with that, it's usually some type of like post-apoc
Like drugs or AIDS or
or capitalism. It's
Guns?
usually one of the-
capitalism.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someday.
I don't know why my first feeling was just like weapons, like a little like suburban, like I don't know why weapons to
I
me
like that a
jumps
lot.
out as like a dealing with the sins of Reagan. It was totally just a feeling.
People fucking it up for the rest of us. I like it.
You want to go weapons? You want to go for a hole in one with weapons?
Yeah, I mean, it also feels like just like a popular horror movie that would have Letterboxd reviews.
We can still get an eagle. Yeah, want to go for weapons?
Eric, we're gonna go with weapons.
It is not weapons.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
But that's like going for a hole in one. It's crazy.
Oh, is this Barbarian? No, wait. Because like down there, Door City. I don't know how many doors are down there, but I'm thinking about Reagan's America. We get the flashback to like the 60s.
I can see it about bad renters, bad landlords too. You know what I mean? Could be
the city's in disarray.
Yeah,
I like Barbarian. Let's do it.
This Barbarian.
Locking in Barbarian. Bang! That's an eagle for the gentleman.
So wow, look at that.
Zach got it with Kreger right off the rip.
Wow, Zach. Good stuff.
I thought he was there. You guys were dancing around.
Damn, you can't have shit in Detroit. MILF alert. TBH living rent free. The whole sucking a big titty don't sound that bad.
Shout out to Ryland, man. Ryland going crazy.
He's gonna need some help.
Never thought I'd see someone breastfeed Justin Long.
Yeah, that's the truth.
There you go. That was well done.
All right, guys, took a nice little lead there. Let's keep it.
That felt good. That felt good.
2 under now through 3. That's well
Let's go. That's great. All right, let's keep it going. Barbarian, good pull. All right, there's a part 2. Gotta be tough here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the best film I've seen with an acid vagina, says Jim. Okay.
Oh, it's Alien.
That's not me, Jim, by the way.
Alien?
It's got to be Alien. Oh, yeah, because remember the thing he has it spits on one of them? I remember there's a scene when it's hanging above him in Alien Romulus. Remember? It's like there's...
Romulus?
I'm almost positive there's a scene where he's under one of the xenomorph egg sacs and it looks, let's be honest, like a vagina, and it starts dripping on him.
That's intentional. Yeah.
I think it's... I'm going to go on Alien... Zach,
I like it.
Here. You like?
No, I'm a fan. I'm not really sure. I didn't really have like an initial feel, but that feel, I can't think of any other.
George O'Keefe of horror. He's like, make it.
Eric, I'd like to lock in Alien Romulus as my first shot.
How about that?
Yeah,
that's a birdie. Yeah, there you go.
I could be a good mother. I don't know. Should I get that mother?
Like the ship's called the ship's.
Oh, nice.
Thing is called Mother. Yeah.
Nothing new, and yet, Dad, stop putting my shit on here.
All right, good job, Alien Robin. So you guys are 3 under through 4. You're flying.
Cooking. All right, let's go to the next one.
This is when we get in trouble, though. We're riding the high.
Couple bogeys, yeah, that'll be tough.
Yeah.
All right, this is why I wear socks to bed. Oh, fuck me. I know this.
Is it not Talk to Me because she sucks on the toes?
That's what I was thinking of. That was my knee-jerk reaction.
Yep.
We're gonna go Talk to Me.
Yeah,
you guys are dancing.
Well, this got out of hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be me again? I swear to fucking God, I'm so scared. I'm glad Australian people aren't real. Definitely a bad trip. Says Micah.
Oh, Micah. There we go.
Oh, talk to me. Wow, we got a fucking eagle again. Look at that.
I was just thinking, like, I kind of went back and read more about Talk to Me and like read the plot again after seeing Obsession, because I just like thought so much about it, and then I recalled the toes scene and I was like, damn, I tried to bury that so deep within me that I never had to think about it again.
I'm glad you said
I did the same thing because I had completely buried the toes. I had forgotten about it, and that made me so uncomfortable when I read that.
When I read the clue for Eagle, I was like, there was a horror movie where someone's toe is getting sucked.
Yeah.
Like right on the thing, but I couldn't put my finger on it, and now it's Talk to Me. Yeah, all right, word. Okay, guys. Man. What are we on, hole 5 now?
6.
You guys are on...
I've got the card. We're on 6.
6.
Yeah, you're on hole 6.
Word. We're under right now. Let's go. Par 3 again. Here we go. 1.5 stars. I don't really know what I expected, but there was way more Bill Clinton screen time than I was mentally and physically prepared for. Bill Clinton was in.
Wow,
so
a really
90s.
A really bad movie.
Is this Us? Maybe no, not Us.
Ooh,
probably not Us.
Is that Bill Clinton? It could be.
The Hands Across America ad.
90s.
I think.
Is he in that?
That might be.
I don't
Yeah.
know. They gave it 1.5 stars. That
tough. Feels low.
That's tough.
Bill Clinton. Like, what is a horror movie Bill Clinton is in? I'm trying to think, like 90s.
It would have to be somebody like watching something old with Bill Clinton on the screen.
In it, yeah.
I don't hate the hands, but I don't think Bill Clinton ever shows up.
It's us. I don't think it's us. Just trying to shout out where you get like a little bit of little bit of like a look back. VHS. I don't know. Saw. Is he in Saw? Trying to think of like.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking on it. Listen, guys. We might have to just try to chip up to the fairway and see if we can get a better shot.
Yeah,
on our next
I
one.
like that. I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter if we guess something that like
We
is.
get a
World War Z.
World War Z. No, I don't think. Fuck it. Eric, is it us or World War Z?
It is not us.
Horror
Go
movie,
ahead,
never mind.
Click to your
All right.
next one.
Really captures the horror of the 0 stars. Really captures the horror of not knowing what you're supposed to do when someone sings "Happy Birthday" to you. Oh fuck! What's? Wait! Bro, I can
Happy Death Day? No,
This is one of those
Brooklyn and
long
Happy Death Day.
par threes.
But he hated this movie. Zero
yeah,
out of 5.
zero. We got a
Hated
1.5
this
and
movie.
a 0. Happy birthday. Holy fuck, dude! I'm drawing a blank right now.
I got nothing. I was like, I can not even great
Listen, we can
podcasting
afford,
from
I'd
you.
really love to not get a we can bogey. We just let's avoid a double bogey if we
That's
got it.
par.
Let's par it. All right.
We got this.
So what? Happy Death Day, Eric. Let's just take a shot.
It is not.
All right.
Keep her going.
This is why I regret getting an American Girl doll as a child.
Is this Annabelle or
It's
something?
gotta be Annabelle.
Oh, it's got to be one of the Annabelles, isn't it? Is it? Yeah.
What's the newest, worst Annabelle?
This one's named at 4.5.
Oh, man.
All right. Do you want to just go with Annabelle? Should we
Yeah, I
just go with
think
that
let's
one
just
first?
go with the regular. Yeah, like I don't know what the second one is even called.
It's like Annabelle Comes Home and then
Annabelle
Annabelle's-
Returns, or
There's like a bunch of them. All right, let's go with Annabelle.
Ooh, this is our first bogey of the
Oh,
day,
fellas.
gentlemen.
Wow.
Let's get to the bogey.
Consider my timbers shivered. Micah, your timbers
Oh no! Do you remember what this is for, Micah? If not, we're in trouble. Oh no!
Micah, come on, take deep.
Micah gave it 4.5 stars.
What was I? I was on. I really like this. What did I?
What is it, Micah? Come on, it's got to be you, man. Or we double bogue.
Oh, is it Megan?
I thought that
Oh,
too.
no. I never saw Megan.
Okay.
This is a good screening with Micah. Like,
4.5. Is that real?
it's real.
Timbers shivered, and it's pretty contentious. Boom or bust. I'm guessing it's something small, maybe horror movie.
Mama. No.
Definitely not Ma.
No, I was thinking Mama, that one with the weird entity. But that one had Ma, not Ma.
But like
either.
we don't think there's like a token doll or something that we're
That's what I'm
like.
saying. It says American Girl doll, and obviously it was a par shot, so that must be a hint. A pretty like substantial hint that we're just not pulling on right now.
An American Girl doll as a child. Consider. Oh, see, that's just me trying to be funny with my timbers being shivered. There's no clue in there. But
Yeah, you could have written that review for any one of like 100 movies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Guys, we're at the double bogey. Let's
I
get
think we're
that
taking
absolute
double,
check.
man.
We got a 20-foot putt for bogey right now.
I don't know. What do you, Micah? Take a shot. I don't care what it is. Just take a shot. Orphan.
Oh man,
I don't
the
hate
birthday
Orphan.
thing. Someone sings "Happy Birthday" to you. I did not. I definitely wouldn't have liked Orphan this much.
Yeah.
That's what's telling me.
right.
That's what's throwing me is that I really like this. I don't know what it is.
Are we picking up the ball?
I think we're gonna pick up the ball for a
Yeah.
double bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this
All right,
that I
let's
like
see
so
it.
much?
What
is it? American?
Wow.
Oh, the doll. Yes. Oh my God, the
And then
doll.
he sings her happy
Oh
birthday.
yeah. Fuck. I did not pick up on that at
We were
all.
just.
When is
randomly
Bill
rolled this.
Clinton in Longlegs?
He literally, his face is in the cops, like the police station, like a bunch, apparently. Like in the
Wow,
background,
'cause he
he's
also-
showing
at
his
the
face.
time.
I can't believe people gave this 1.5 and 0
I know,
stars.
Jesus.
I'm a Longlegs
Crazy.
defender, and
Yeah.
I,
So am I, obviously.
This hole was all over the place.
All right, Eric. So what's our score now going into 7?
So you guys through 6 after that double bogey, you guys are still 3 under.
All right.
Okay,
So-
all right.
Get a
So
strong
you're in
roll.
a good spot right now. You just
It's a
need
par
to
4. Let's
stay
get
afloat.
some points here. All
You got a
right.
par 4, a par 3, and a par 2 left. So
All right,
you can
let's
get some
see it.
points.
Let's see it. Here we go. Hole in one, 4.5 stars. My friend's hot mom. None of this would have happened if my son hadn't smoked weed.
I like that you added in hot there. Doesn't say my friend's hot mom.
A little Freudian slip there.
but also like,
oh man, where's my head at?
Oh man,
fuck
that's
me.
so
My friend's
good.
mom. None of this would have happened if the son hadn't smoked weed.
this like sounds familiar to me, but I can't quite place it.
I'm trying to think of like I'm thinking Hereditary off the rip. Because doesn't he get really high and then that's when she dies at the party?
I like
that's where
it.
my brain goes immediately.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Hereditary. Lock it in for my first stroke.
That's a fucking hole in one. Oh
Let's
my
go, Ryan.
god! Wow.
My friend's hot
Well
mom.
done.
Ryan,
I was like,
stop
the son needs to fuck
sorry.
up colossally, and it's hard to make a mistake more
Sorry, I screamed in
than
the mic there. I got excited.
Than what the son does in that film.
That's a hole in one, gentlemen. Yeah, let's look at the other reviews on this. That's a good pull. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to pull that out of your bag
We're
there.
gonna put a volume warning on that last hole.
I was thinking about like Talk to Me or what? Any of the other stoner ones.
Yeah.
I forgot that he smokes at the party. Before I don't know. Like
forgot
I
about
kind
that
of
too,
thought
yeah.
like the tragedy of it was that it just kind of just happens, which it is.
He's getting high in the room when she eats the.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
guys would get hung up on the mom of it all in that one, like just being
That's like
"What does that
the
have to do-"
writer's friend's
Yeah,
mom.
no,
right?
I know, but I was like, wait, does that have something to do with it? Like, but what
Alright,
are the
what do we
other?
Anyway, a movie and a 2-hour reminder to take your birth control. Buddy. We got story time. My sister's actually king of hell, not clickbait.
I think we would have definitely gotten birdie. We wouldn't have made that eagle putt. I don't think we would
I
have
don't
gotten
think so.
no,
Birdie. I think we got the birdie.
Dad
Joe, the
was
dad's getting lit. And then, swear to God, if my grandma's hiding some crazy shit like this in the photo album, then it's on site. That's funny. All right, so we got that's a huge one going into the 8th.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
six
yeah.
under, right?
6, yeah, it must be.
Yeah, you guys are crushing right now.
Word.
It's
Hereditary.
at a course record.
Bring it home, fellas.
Yeah, let's go. Bring it home. 5 out of 5 stars. The Dangers of a Little Crush
Z-Way.
by Zue. I
mean,
5
obsessed.
stars.
That feels like obsession.
Yeah. That feels too easy.
Too
But I
poignant.
kind of
Yeah.
want to
Little on
get
the
Maybe like
nose.
a par one.
the movie we're talking about today. Just, I mean,
I don't hate
I don't hate
you know?
Obsession either. Should we take a shot?
Yeah. We'll go with
Not
obsession.
Obsession.
All right,
Go ahead.
next
Next stroke.
Never show
Never
an ugly man attention. They'll never leave you alone.
So they're being like,
Highly
stalked,
rated movie.
perhaps?
Pretty
Being
highly
stalked.
rated movie.
Or could this be what was the one with he's the star of The Boys and it's like a sex robot?
Oh, Companion.
Is that a horror movie enough for this?
I would say it's a horror movie, but I don't really know that like there being a crush in
I
there.
was thinking
Like
that or that movie Men by Alex Garland, but I don't think it would got 5 and 4 stars. I don't know, maybe. I
No,
didn't see
Bill
that
Duke's
one.
not like-
little crush just
Man.
really throwing me off.
Um,
Or like, is there like really like a? Do we think this man is actually ugly, or do we think that's just like a
Like one of those things?
yeah, but like
Um,
or is the like his face like deformed? That kind of.
Mm.
could be. Could be a little. Is crush a pun? I don't know.
True. I don't know.
Don't know.
If
I think it's like-
I don't know that Z-Way was thinking that hard about her
could be,
movie,
could be the
about her
case.
Letterboxd reviews.
An
Oh man,
infatuation, like someone's like down bad, they won't leave you alone.
Yeah. I can see that going a few ways. I have no idea, guys.
I'm trying to think like a good like
I think I've taken a few guesses.
stalker movie.
Mm.
Man, I don't really have anything.
And the man's the villain. All right. And he likes.
Let's get a guess in here, gentlemen.
All right, so throw it out there. Someone throw one out. Zach, take a shot. We can try to par this one. Unless you
Yeah,
think maybe-
we'll
Just kick it to
go
the
with we'll
Hook a
go back to
band,
we'll go back to weapons.
Not weapons.
All right,
Next
good.
star. Next.
If you think real estate is hard now, you should have seen it in 1830s Germany. Oh, it's fucking Nosferatu, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
It's
Nice.
gotta be right.
You're locking in those Ferrati.
Yeah, we're locking
those
You got a
Ferrati.
par, gentlemen.
All
You
right.
got a par there. Well done, well done, well done. On to you are 6 under through 8 holes.
Is that my girlfriend's review?
That's Carly's review.
I does not understand half the words they use in the film.
Those are supposed to be thy, but they auto switched it.
Understand
Oh,
half
die.
of thy words used in my film.
Yeah. All right, there we
Charlie.
go. That's funny. Nosferatu. All right, is this the last hole?
This is the
Part
last
two.
hole.
All right, guys.
This is very well done. by
Obsession.
We're
you
safe.
guys.
Let's.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, let's see. Jesus Christ, if you ain't gonna play, just
Oh,
pass
this
the
is
fucking try-
Obsession.
Yeah!
It's obsession. It is
Bang.
obsession.
All right.
Men love the idea of manic pixie when they actually make. I don't get the pass the controller meme. Am I stupid?
You're just a little offline. It's just
Yeah.
like, someone's in like one of those situations and they're like, why are you complaining, man? Pass the controller. Or like, oh, your lobster's too buttery, my steak too juicy.
Which is just not
One of
the
those
case
things.
here. But things were harder. That was funny. All right,
Look,
good.
guys, I'm just saying that if you guys had ruined this Thursday night trivia for me, like I would have. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I fucking have. So
If you go out and back in, Brian, you can see your scorecard, I guess. Because I was updating it as you were going. But
okay, let me
there
see
you
if
go.
I
You guys
did
end up
update?
being 7 under.
oh wow,
Wow.
there we go.
That's a 19 on a par of 26. That's
this-
well
Fucking
done,
go,
gentlemen.
boys.
That's the course record. We're gonna mark that in right now.
Man, it really
yeah.
pays to know when people are sucking toes. Like that.
Yeah. That's well done, gentlemen. Hey, thanks for playing. Thanks for bearing with me
Right.
on this one. This was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. I appreciate
That
you
would-
guys.
That would be a good time to say pass controller, complain about getting your toes sucked. Be like, hey, man, pass the controller.
You're not gonna play past the controller.
Bro, fucking. Okay, when I said my
Oh,
friend's
I'm getting
hot
my
mom.
toes sucked by a demon. Oh, my lobster too buttery.
That's so good. We got anything else for the pod teed up? I don't think so. We could check it on fantasy real quick, just for a sec, Brian, if you want to pull it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Zach, we've been doing like a fantasy box office league.
Oh, delightful!
This-
I think I actually one of the old episodes that I checked out of you guys. I Bleav Brian had obsession. If I'm
did,
correct.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Brian
making
is cooking us
straight
right
cash.
now in the
Straight
league,
cash.
and it's really up to Devil Wears Prada 2 and Obsession that have done it. Sheep Detectives.
No,
Did not do
Detectives
it.
hurting right now. We're really bleeding here.
I really
wish
thought
had
that was
Sheep
gonna. I
Detectives.
thought Sheep Detectives was gonna do a lot better. Not really
I
sure
don't
what
know
happened
why
there,
it's
but
not doing as well. Like it hasn't even made its
Dude.
budget back.
everybody wants to go
though.
see a
It will-
film about the perils of modern
will-
journalism
It
instead.
will
So
do, yeah, it will do gangbusters on that. Let's see what are we else working with. Damn, Eric.
Are you
not
talking
even
about
a
Sheep
con-
Detectives, Zach? Or
no, Devil Wears Prada 2.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
That cleaning up in the box office is boxing out the Sheep
I mean,
Detectives.
this is
the
this is
adults are like,
insane.
kids, you guys can stay at home, and we're gonna go see. We're gonna go learn
Yeah.
about journalism and its
Yeah.
failings. But
Yeah.
This is
Are you
Eric-
sharing your screen, Brian?
Oh, am I not sharing? I'm stupid. Sorry. Let me see. Then if I was looking at it, that's why I was like saying stuff, and you guys were responding. I'm like, what? Oh, Eric, hit me hard, hit me soft, or whatever the hell it's called, is not
Hit me
doing
hard
it.
and
I
soft.
thought I did something really smart there, getting a concert movie.
I
it
did my
didn't-
part. Oh,
Micah, the Mortal Kombat movie is not performing that well. But what's already
Yeah.
gross is it just needed a big break even.
Yeah,
That's the only
it's,
problem.
yeah.
but Mike has got a movie coming out this weekend with I Love. He is strategic play getting us to go watch his movie.
Yeah, he's
That's
got the
3
Gro-
tickets right there.
He's got
That's
Grogu,
the-
and he's got
and he's
Isla
got Grogu
Boosters.
this weekend. Oh,
Well, Mando's
s-
opening soft, so that's a little bit nerve wracking. But I'm not gonna lie, I saw the Paw Patrol dinosaur trailer twice.
Yeah, this one,
I'm
this
kinda-
one,
that's Mike is ace in the hole.
this one scares me. I'm excited because I think Toy Story 5 is going to clean the fuck up.
Yeah, what's the graph look like right
Your
now,
lineup
Brian?
is so insane.
Yeah, you're
is pretty
cooking us.
insane,
Honestly,
yeah.
I didn't think you'd cook with Devil Wears Prada too, but you
The
really
graph,
did.
The graph.
Yeah, you're just destroying us. Jesus Christ, it's not even fun, bro.
Hey man, a lot of game left, and you have to remember, you guys have Moana 2 or Moana live action, and
Moana.
that fucking
Come on,
Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Come on,
scares me. That
Spider-Man.
one is going to fucking clean up.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but
Like Obsession isn't making that much money. It's just doing well for.
I mean, it's
the
still...
Devil Wears Prada is
that's insane.
Rushing right now. Like this is insane. It's made
That's
almost 600 million.
I still need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it like full theater like 2 weeks after it was out, and I was just like, what? I thought like I was the only one that liked this movie as a kid. Like I didn't realize that everybody else was that locked in. Wasn't really the biggest fan, to be honest, but you know.
Oh, the second one?
No, not quite, but also some of it is in my line of work. I'm acutely aware of what's going on in the journalism world. So when she gets laid off by text in the first 5 minutes, I was like, I tried to log off for the day. Like I wasn't trying to think. I wasn't trying to think about this.
I'm
When
curious
work
about some of
follows you
these,
into the
like,
theater.
like Eric, this movie's I think box office. I don't know, but it's
I
getting
hope it
decent
bombs.
early reviews.
I
I don't
think
know.
that's my bomb. That's my
Yeah.
bomb. So
Oof.
I hope it fails.
Well, I gotta say though,
and then I
the
went
record-
straight. I'm going horror and children was my game plan.
Mandalorian
So-
scares me, Micah, but I think it's gonna make enough money. I think you should be okay. Supergirl.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm hearing it's 3 episodes of TV on the screen.
I've heard that
So-
as well. We shall
So-
see.
Might be the reason why I'm going to stay home and wait for it to come out on streaming. Not gonna do my part, Micah. I'm sorry.
I'm hoping Memorial Day forces the parents to be like,
Yeah.
oh, we can't be at home.
Kind
It's
of a
raining.
crappy. It's
and
crappy this weekend too, which is good.
It's raining everywhere.
And that actually
Go
bodes
inside.
well.
The theater, please.
Go to
parents, take your
Mandalorian.
children.
Take your children to see Bobu and Mandalorian.
If you're still
Fucking-
listening, come listen to more of our pods. Sit inside, watch more movies.
Yeah. There we go. Come watch us play Letterboxd Golf.
Yeah. Well, guys, Zach, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
Zach.
on,
This
dude.
is
Yeah,
fun.
that's
Dude,
so
of
much
course,
fun.
man. Yeah, anytime you guys want me to come on to talk low budget horror, I'm your first and maybe only call.
Oh, yeah.
I know this is the longest we've
It was
gone.
fun.
It was a lot of fun, Zach.
was fun.
You come in here, you challenge our takes on Euphoria, which is it was needed, honestly, because we've all been like, yeah, we love this. Like,
I'll be watching. I'll be watching the last couple episodes, and when I need somebody to remind me to hear what people like about the show, I'm coming to the well-hatted podcast.
Hell yeah.
That's
There we
right.
go.
I love it.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks
guys.
again, Zach. Guys,
you.
if you're still listening, go check out Bleav in Northwestern. We'll put the links in the description down
Cool.
below. But
Sounds great.
thanks again for listening, guys. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club.
I
Thanks,
love
y'all.
boosters.
I love
Peace.
boosters.
I love boosters. That's a